Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope that this video is reaching you guys in great health and strength, filled with God, which is love, His joy, His peace, His happiness, and all of the amazing things that life has to offer. In today's video, I will be doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm about to just put some makeup on my face. Nothing much. I'm not really going anywhere. Actually, I've been putting off doing this video all day, so I figured let me just put a little something on my face before I run to the grocery store and record myself. And also, I want to talk about being in a long distance marriage, LDM. If you are interested in what I have to say, and also if you're interested in seeing what I'm about to do to my mug, my face, keep watching. One more thing, if you are new to this channel, welcome. I am Jewel. My channel is called Delicate Jewel. I am Guyanese by birth. I reside in the United States. Hit the subscribe button if you like anything that I would have to say in this video, or if you like anything that I have on my channel. Sorry, I'm looking there. Looks like my battery. To my old subbies, hi. How are you guys doing? I hope that all is well with you and your family. Thank you so much for your support, your continued love and support and encouragement. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your lovely comments and everything. I haven't gotten a chance to really reply to everyone as yet, but I will be doing so. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Anyway, let's get into the video. Everything that I will be using, I will either show it in the video like this, or I'm gonna list it all down below, all of the products that I'm using. So the first thing I'm going to be putting on my face is some concealer. This is the It Cosmetics Full Coverage Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the color 43 Deep Honey. Love this stuff. If you are new to my channel and you don't know, well, now you will know, but I am married. I have been married for a year and almost a half. I'm approaching on my husband and I's second wedding anniversary in a couple of months. I live here in the United States and my husband currently resides in Guyana. All of our relationship has been a long distance relationship. However, we do get to see each other. I just came back from Guyana for the Christmas season, and I was down there for a couple of weeks. Being in a long distance marriage has its benefits and it has its non-benefits. For your marriage to work, if you are in LDM, you have to have a level of trust that is top tier, and that level of trust has to come long before you decide to say I do, because trust is something, it takes a while for us to earn each other's trust, but it can be destroyed very quickly. Being away from each other, especially for long periods of time, it can really test your level of trust and loyalty that you have towards each other. Even if you're in a close marriage where you and your spouse are in the same home, living in the same country and everything, you still have to have a trust for each other. But to me, it's more magnified in that type of a situation. It's really important, because the temptations are out there, and to me, when you get married, it's as if the temptations become more intense. You have to really keep in mind that you said your vows before God. Your loyalty is to the Lord first, then to your spouse. You have to keep in mind that although they're not here, I'm representing my husband, or the husband has to think I'm representing my wife. So I don't want to make any room for anything or anyone to come in to dismantle or destroy what we got going on, no matter what. The next thing you got to do, or this should have been number one actually, prayer. Oh my goodness, I can't stress enough on how prayer is important in any marriage. Whether you are, again, in a close marriage or a LDM, a long distance marriage, you have to pray, because in order for your family to last and to be strong and to stand the test of time, The glue, the putty, the gorilla glue that will hold your union together is Christ. He is the one that will bring you guys together. He brought you guys together, and he will keep you together as long as both of you pray and invite the Lord in every part of your marriage. And you have to make the time for each other. Even if you're really busy, you have to make the time, maybe early in the morning or sometime during the day, or before you go to bed at night. The two of you would come to the Lord and just invite him in everything, because there's a devil out there. Let's not play with the devil. He doesn't like the family. God is the one who created family. He said to Adam and Eve for them to be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, right? God is about marriage. He's about family. But there is that devil out there who hates God, who hates everything about God, about Jesus, and he will do everything that he possibly can to destroy everything that God said was good. You have to do that. Even if your spouse, it may take your spouse some time to get on the same bandwagon with that, you take the initiative. Either you as the wife or the husband, go to God, ask him to change your spouse. You start making the steps to making that part of your daily routine. Eventually they will come around. Your union will grow. When you leave room for the devil, he will come in and he will destroy what God has. He will try his best to destroy your relationship, your union, and he will do everything that he possibly can to do so. You don't want that. I think that's the reason why a lot of relationships are falling apart, because maybe they started off putting the Lord first in their marriages, and then they stopped. They became too busy. They start to take a lot of important things for granted, and so they made room for the enemy, and he came in and he just destroy everything. Make that time, and you decide, okay, if your time zones are different, you're gonna set on a specific time, maybe 6 a.m. in the morning. You're gonna wake up and you're going to start your day right. Give God your day, give God your marriage, ask him to knit you guys together. It is so important. It is so important in order to last in this day and age that we are living in. Alright, so this one is really important in every part of our lives, not just pertaining to marriages and personal relationships and stuff like that, but communication. What I've noticed, a lot of us wasn't taught how to communicate our feelings with our words. I, for one, wasn't really taught how to communicate my feelings with my words. Whenever I would, from what I could remember, if I felt some type of way about something, instead of being able to speak about it and share what it is exactly that I'm feeling, I became an introvert. And so that is pretty much how I navigated through life. And to this day, it's so hard for me to communicate what I'm feeling with anybody. I am a crier, a big crybaby. Communication in any marriage is so important. Whenever you have a disagreement, instead of arguing and yelling at each other and being impatient with each other, and you being angry with each other and not talking about what the issues are or what the issue is, what is the cause, how to fix it, what's the solution, you tend to keep everything bottled in. Over time, it becomes too much, and then things explode, especially in the LDM, where it's easier to walk away. It's easier to avoid the situation. It's easier to not deal with the issue because your way of communication is on the telephone or maybe on the computer, whatever. You have a disagreement about something, instead of each other saying, oh, you said something to me and it really hurt my feelings. Whatever it is that may have upset you, tell me. No, you yell at each other, you become angry, and you hang up your phone or hang up your computer, and then you don't talk to each other for a long time. And this is supposed to be your spouse, and you do things to hurt each other. It's not good. When those things happen, it's easier to lose interest in that individual because you're far away. You're not close to each other, so you are able to sit down and talk about the issue face to face. The more you fight and you bicker, you put all of your strength to argue with your spouse, you unintentionally or maybe intentionally, you push that person away. So when you do meet each other or see each other again in person, there is a hesitation. Celebrating each other, celebrating your achievements. You don't necessarily have to do it for the public to see or for public applause. If you as a husband and your wife is away and she accomplished something, maybe she's been looking for work and she got a job, tell her that you're proud of her. Or she's in school and she aced her exams, tell her that you're proud of her. Encourage her, lift her up with your words. And wives, you can do the same for your husband. If he's away working for the family, tell your husband just out of the blue, babe, I'm proud of you. He may say, oh, why are you proud of me? I'm just proud of everything that you're doing. I think you are such a good man. You're such a good husband. I thank God for you. Be that voice of encouragement for him, because you may not know what someone might have said to him that day. Or as a husband, you may not know what someone might have said to your wife that day and she's feeling down, and here you come as her knight in shining armor with your beautiful, wonderful words, and you're like, babe, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to have you as my wife. It doesn't have to take a special occasion. I think that when you are spontaneous like that, it just makes them love you even more and cherish you even more. It bonds you so much more than you're not doing that. You can point out all of their flaws and all of their faults and never encourage them. It gives them, it creates room for them to try to want to get that word of upliftment or encouragement from someone else. And also, again, the devil, he does watch these things, and he does whisper things in people's ears. Oh, you see, your wife don't even do this for you, or your wife don't even say this to you, or your husband don't do this to you. And then you're gonna send a little counterfeit person that gonna come and tell you little sweet words or whatever, and before you know it, you start drifting away from that individual and start following up this counterfeit individual and their little sweet words and their little nice gestures, which is all a facade. Then things start going awry, because then you're gonna start comparing your spouse to this person. You start criticizing them. Eventually things blow up and y'all break up, and you're gonna run to this person that was always showering you with all these compliments and all these sweet words and whatnot. You end up in a relationship with them, and then they start to show their true colors, and then you realize, oh, I was hoodwinked, the devil tricked me. Letting your spouse in on everything that you are doing. If you're gonna go out, just let your spouse know where you're going. It's a respect thing. If you're gonna go hang out with friends or whatever, just let them know where you're going, where you're at, how long you'll be out, and when you're gonna be in. When you leave, let them know. When you come back in, let them know, just to ease their anxiety or their worry. Because I find it highly disrespectful if you as a married person, you go and you do things, and that your husband or your wife is not here, you do things and you don't let them know. You can cause them to start thinking all kinds of things, and that can cause problems, a lot of problems in your marriage. So it all goes back to number 2, which is, or number 3, which is communication. This is a good one. Do special things for each other. I am finishing up the recording of this video on my phone because my camera right there, the battery died, and I finished up my makeup and everything off camera. I'm gonna post everything that I used on my face down below if you're interested. If you're a girl and you like makeup and stuff like that, I will post all of what I used down below. Anyway, long distance marriages can work as long as you put God first. As cliche as it sounds, it is highly important to put God first. Put Jesus, okay? Put Jesus first at the center of your union. Ask for wisdom and guidance on how to navigate with each other through this life. If you have your differences, do not, and I can't repeat it enough, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Work out your situation before you go to bed, okay? So make sure that the Lord is the center of your union. Communicate. Do not shut down on each other. Do not build a barrier with your spouse. Remember, fellas, your wife is not your enemy. Ladies, your husband is not your enemy. Okay? He's not. She's not. Fellas, she's not your enemy. Protect her, love her, communicate, open up to her, open up to your husband. They can't know what's wrong unless you tell them, this is why I'm upset, this is what you did, and this is how it made me feel. And you ask God for solutions to combat that. Okay? And your union will last until you guys are together in the same house, in the same country, on the same continent, and all that stuff. All right? Put God first, communicate, celebrate each other, celebrate all of your achievements, small or great. You don't necessarily have to do it for the world to see. You don't need man's applause, okay? All that really matters is how God sees you and how you see each other and those that support you. Be a source of encouragement, uplift each other, be spontaneous in terms of just out of the blue. Let your spouse know, let your wife know that you're proud of her, that you are happy to have her in your life, that you are happy to share this life's journey with her. Ladies, do the same for your husband. Let him know how you feel. Oh my goodness, let him know how you feel. Don't let your spouse have to wonder how you feel about them. Don't do that. Let them know with all assurance, okay? We don't have to wonder how God feels about us. We don't have to wonder how Jesus feels about us. He told us and he tells us how he feels about us in his word. We know without the shadow of a doubt that we're fearfully and wonderfully made, that God loves us and he has a plan for our lives, and that his thoughts towards us are for good and not for evil, to give us an unexpected end. So let your spouse know how you feel about them. Make sure that everything that you do it in unison. So you go to bed at the same time, you pray together, do little things such as maybe having your breakfast at the same time, as long as your time zones are the same. You know what I mean? Share everything. Don't leave each other in the dust. Don't have secrets. Do not have secrets. Let each other know everything so that nothing will be hung over your head. No one will have nothing over you. No one will have nothing over the husband. No one will have nothing over the wife. All right? And make sure that your trust and your loyalty is to God first and then to each other. Don't wait until you get married to start trusting your spouse. You have to start trusting your spouse long before you get married to them. All right? I think, yeah, that's all that I have for now. Everything that I talked about, I didn't even write it down. It's just whatever came to my mind. I hope that this video was nice and helpful, and let me know what you think. All right, share it if you find it to be shareable, and I pray that the Lord will strengthen those of you who are in LDMs. I pray that the Lord will keep you guys together, that he will sweeten your union with honey. He will increase the love between you guys, and he will give you wisdom and understanding on how to deal with each other and to deal with conflict, and that he will be in the midst of everything that you do as long as you invite him. All right, I will see you in another video very soon, and I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and share this. Bye.